G'day mates, you quilt lovers out there. This is Ian Truelove with Truelove Quilts for you. And Jean and I and various friends went on Friday and on Saturday to the Oaks, Pennsylvania. What is it called, Jean? The
Expo Center.
Yes, the Expo Center, but what was the actual quilt show called?
Pennsylvania National Extravaganza Show.
Pennsylvania National Extravaganza Show. The Mancuso organized quilt show. And I was quite excited to actually be there. It's about the 10th I've been to or more over the last decade. And I was looking forward to seeing a lot of people, some interesting vendors, lovely material, fabric, and some fabulous quilts. So both days, somewhat disappointed that there weren't enough people there. Really felt for the vendors, because I've been self-employed for 50 odd years and in sales for most of that time, and it takes a lot for a vendor to set up, let alone rent a space, travel from wherever they are based, and bring all their merchandise. I enjoyed it. The excellent quilts were spectacular, really superb. I think the general tone wasn't quite what there's been on previous years, although at least it wasn't like in 2020, was it something like that when COVID was going on, and it seemed like most of the creations were quite depressing, somber colours, clashing colorways, I thought back then. And then in 2021 or 2022 it was getting quite encouraging, cheerful, sunshine. And this year the Hoffman Challenge was particularly pleasing to me. I like blues and greens and pinks and yellows, but the Hoffman Challenge was mainly blue background, and there were some really interesting creations there. The best of show was amazingly intricate and well done. It wouldn't have been my choice. There were some other quilts there that to my mind were so imaginative, so intricately pieced and thought out, constructed, and the quilting was outstanding, and they didn't get any recognition. It just amazed me. Of course, I'm biased. My Jean had two quilts in the show, her snowflakes and the like, what's it called, I forget all the quilting terms. She had many blocks, probably about 12 blocks, which were hand sewn creations, like a fox, a cow, a squirrel, 3 or 4 butterflies. I loved that quilt of my Jean's. And interestingly, there was one alcove that both of Jean's quilts were in, with 2 other really notable creations that I liked very much. So I was pleased to see she was in similar company where she was being displayed with those 2 quilts. Anyway, Maxwell and I, we went round and did some video commentaries and our feelings on what we were seeing. I don't know whether Jean's going to put that in this particular video. Hope you enjoy. This is Ian signing off now for the videos to come.
Hello, it's me, Maxwell here, and this is one of my favorite ones. I used to own a big train track set when I was little, so it's not the Flying Scotsman, that's for sure, but still looks pretty regardless. Simple, looks like heart stitching, so yeah, that's one I like. Not really much to say about this one, but bye.
Forgotten Treasures, Quilts by Jill Coleman. This is a tablecloth from around 1950. It's around the time I was born. Can't believe it. An original tablecloth. It's been reworked. Like the butterflies on here are hiding flaws, and this quilter has gone over with absolutely detailed, phenomenal quilting. Must be long arm quilting.
Probably. It would actually say, it said long arm.
Oh yeah.
Quilting.
Designed, appliqued and long arm quilting. Quilted around 2019. Amazing. Kaffe Fassett fabrics used. I like it. I like it. Thank you.
I guess there is this one. I know it's not a quilt kit. This is Elvis here. I like the detail of things on this. The sparkles. It actually shows the sparkles on camera. So that's what I have to say it. At that, there's also the Mona Lisa as well, made out of fabric as well. So very cool. From afar, it actually looks like the Mona Lisa. It could fool you for a minute. No, not really. Bye.
This particular quilt tells a story. I quite enjoy it because who wants to get up early? I spent my whole life getting up early. Rise and Shine it's called, or words to that effect. Let's just have a little look at the story because it is fascinating. The imagination of this lady quilter. Let's have a look. I'm going to tell the story. Time to Rise and Shine by Bonnie Kint in Maryland. This quilt reminds me of all the times I've had to rise too early. The clock, the rooster, the nice warm covers I was leaving behind, and of course the coffee and breakfast. Also noted are the creatures that rule the night as their time is ending. There's the coffee and breakfast, and there's the creatures that rule the night, the little foxes, the owl. Their time is ending. Goodbye night time, and rise and shine. 7 o'clock in the morning. That's not really early, is it? Not for us. Husbands are very often up and out with a lovely breakfast. Second hall at the quilt exhibition, and there's one that catches my eye immediately. It's unbelievably wonderful to my eye. I don't know what it's called. We'll have a look together. New York Beauty. How unusual. Marie Politowski from King of Prussia, PA. I've always wanted to make a New York beauty quilt. She purchased several patterns that did not get those sharp, but she couldn't get those sharp points correct. And then she found a pattern. It worked well. Kaffe Fassett fabrics combined with bright solids to make my New York beauty, she says. I like it. Wow. Quite interesting. Yeah. Rise and Shine. Olga in Maryland. I like it. Beautifully cheerful. And here's the cockerel. My Jean loves cockerels. We've got some China cockerels in our house. Love it. Does anybody like orange? This is a quilt of many what does she call it? Warm colours and jewel tones. This quilt of many florals. Certainly eye-catching. Now this one. Wow. Look at that, I see it. That is very eye-catching. And a colour palette that I quite enjoy. I could keep that up on my wall for a long time. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's go read what it says on the board. Glorious hexagonals or hexagons. Lucy Pryor. Lucy. She's prolific, this particular quilter. Very nice. I find that really quite beautiful. And here's another which is visually magnificent. Kaffe Fassett or Fassett fabrics with Lucy Pryor, no, Lisa Pryor Lucy, who pieced it. Wow, that is absolutely astounding. In fact, I would say I quite love it. Just fabulous. Fabulous. Visually enticing. Very emotive. And if you like green, this too is absolutely gorgeous. So impressive. And who's this by? Again, Kaffe Fassett. And pieced by a quilting group from Texas. That's definitely very, very beautiful. And looking round here, well, that's quite stunning. And the lighting, as you see it on the camera, is better than the lighting in the hall. It really comes alive. And look at the piecing and the quilting in this. Just astounding. It's called Big Bang. And it's like a big bang, isn't it? The theory becomes a reality. The Big Bang Theory is the reality here in this quilt.
Hello folks, I'm actually doing better at videoing now. So this is the one I like. Reminds me of the Victorian times with a lot more color. So this one actually has like the attention to detail. How the things like pop out and the beads and doilies and stuff. There you have it.
Viz Jungle, I think. This creation is using an unusual mix of colours for me. Animal-y corners line of fabric. Very interesting. Sort of different. I think this lady loves cats. Yeah, there's tons of cat motifs all over. Very unusual. I'm not sure that it's to my taste, but it's bright and different. Now here is a magnificent quilt. I absolutely adore this. On a black background, it jumps out at you. The creative use of colour and form. I just love this quilt. Yep. It could adorn a white wall in a modern house and be a stunning centerpiece to catch the eye of all visitors. Love it. And who's it from? Amitola's Gift. Wow. It's an original story about a Sioux chief whose legend says that he brought colour to the earth. It contains 4,200 crystals that were pieced and custom long arm quilted in 2014-2015 by this quilter, Marsha Watrow. Well done, Marsha. Just absolutely eye-catching and stunning.